Hi, I'm Mayor Tim Balderman, and I'd like to welcome you to this edition of Community Business Spotlight. Joining me today is Michael Sewell, the editor of the New Lenox Patch. Michael, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the Patch. What exactly are you doing?
Well, we are an online-only community news website. News and information. We have a daily presence. We update with about 5 to 10 new articles on a daily basis, and we cover things. I mean, we're at the village board meetings, as you know, school board. We do the police blotter, high school sports, community events. So we're out at a lot of different things. But we also have a business directory that lists all the businesses in town. We've got an events calendar, and we've got announcements that residents can post if they sign up on the site, which is all free. We can do a daily email newsletter. So there's a lot of different things that we do.
Good. And how long has the Patch in general been around?
Right. Well, Patch is part of a national company. So there's about 800 sites nationwide. In each town, there is an editor who lives in that town and reports on that town. So the Patch as a company has been around for a couple of years now, but really at the end of last year, ballooned across the country and pushed up toward 775 sites. New Lenox Patch specifically has launched October 29th. So we've been going for almost 6 months now, and slowly getting the word out in the community.
Almost 800 sites. I don't believe there's an editor out there across the country that works as hard as you do. I see you at everything. So tell me, aside from being the editor, I know you write a lot of the articles. How else do you get people to write?
Well, I put out some general ads and inquiries and reached out into the community to find people who are interested in writing. So I've got a small team of freelancers who helps me out. Some of them do regular work. We have someone who will go around to restaurants in New Lenox, Frankfort, and Mokina, and do we call it the Chow Down Showdown. They'll pick one food and see which restaurant in those 3 towns has it best. So that's a weekly thing. We have a weekly volunteering column. So we've got some regular items, and then we have other freelancers who will just pick up work as it comes. If there's something that I can't make over the weekend, or if there's something else that's going on, 2 things going on at once, I'll try and get a freelancer to go so we can be as many places at once. But again, the nice thing with Patch is, like I said, the readers can help contribute too with announcements. There's a lot going on in the community. We can't make it to everything. So if there's a resident who participated in an event and they have some photos and maybe a couple paragraphs of text they want to share, they're welcome to go and post it in as an announcement.
And I have to tell you, well, first of all, I see you just about everywhere, but that is the nice thing. It's a great site, and I would encourage everybody to go look at it. It's very professional. You not only have news stories, I mean, we've got real news stories there. You're covering the community and everything that's happening, but you do have that other interaction, so it's pretty all-inclusive. It's really nice.
Yeah, thanks. It is nice to have readers commenting. The more and more the word gets out, more readers are commenting on articles, which you can do, again, if you register. We've got a pretty good Facebook presence as well. If you search New Lenox Patch on Facebook, you can find us there, and we're posting links to our articles, but not just that. I mean, we're posting questions of the day for readers on Facebook to come back to the site and just talk about what's going on. So it's us putting the news out there, but then it's nice to have the community interaction.
Absolutely. Now let's talk just a little bit about the history of disseminating news to the public. Mm-hmm. I, like a lot of people my age, I was one of those kids, my dad gave me a quarter on Sunday. I had to run down to the corner to pick up the newspaper from the newspaper stand. There was actually somebody on the corner selling newspapers that, I still get newspapers delivered to my door, but you're really seeing that circulation drop off. And even those paper newspapers are going online. Do you see that that's the wave of the future? Do you think there's going to be a time where the paper newspaper is non-existent?
I see some of the major national newspapers like the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, USA Today even sticking around, but maybe some of the bigger metro papers and regional papers, I don't see the Tribune and the Sun-Times existing much longer, for instance. Mm-hmm. Other smaller cities than Chicago with papers, I see them going more online. But magazines are actually doing really well, the best they've ever done, just because of that niche focus. Mm-hmm. and because of the package they come in. less frequently than newspapers. So I could see some papers taking more of a niche focus like that too.
And I go online and read, but I'm also a fan of the newspaper. But do you think it's because new generations now, there's a need for instant news and instant gratification, and so therefore, by the time the paper comes in the morning, it could be an entirely different story already?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the nice thing with Patch is that we, like I said, update on a daily basis. So, I mean, if I'm at the village board meeting on a Monday night, by Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. when our email newsletter goes out, that story will be on the website ready for everyone to look at. If there's something that, for instance, this village board meeting previously had some questions about things after the meeting, and I am able to hold off and report it later in the day then on Tuesday if it's not quite ready to go. So while we're updating very frequently and faster than anyone, we still take the time to do very thorough reporting. You
do an excellent job. New Lenox, you like it here? Tell me what you like about covering this town.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, there is a lot going on, especially one of the more read stories on the website are about businesses. And with the development, I think the week that my site launched was when Walmart opened. And obviously that was a big story. And since then I've tried to check in about other developments going on. So that's been really popular. And then there's a lot of great community events too, which I try and get out to. Sometimes if I can't, I have a couple freelancers go and either take photos or write a story. And it's nice to get that presence out in the community too, because we're still building up our advertising side of things. And so advertising and marketing. So in the meantime, getting the word out that way by just having a presence in the community is nice.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you guys are doing a great job. Anything else you want to add?
Well, just for anyone who hasn't seen the site, I want to let them know the URL is just newlenox.patch.com.
newlenox.patch.com.
Yes.
Michael, thank you, and thanks for doing such a great job in the community.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I want to thank all of you for watching this edition of Community Business Spotlight.